Blacklight District. I never would have imagined there was a place like this in Edith before coming here. Not surprised. Is it just me, or does this district seem even more on edge than usual? It makes sense that it would be. I imagine a number of secret agents are down here investigating after what happened. I'd assume so too. This may be the closest thing Edith has to a lawless district, but the authorities can't afford to turn a blind eye right now. Well, I guess we should snoop around the shops and see if anyone's seen the reporter anywhere. Yeah, let's get moving. This feels like... Feels like what? Feels like what?
I guess I'll check out the arena.
I guess I'll check out the arena. I think I saw her?
What are you doing?
Did you hear that? Yeah, I knew it.
Let go of me! I said let go!
What does that say? Revenge spirit. You were the one who started piling on the questions. Nothing in life comes free, young lady. Now we get to enjoy our rightful reward. Come on. Someone needs to go back to Sunday school, because that sure doesn't sound like the definition of rightful to me. And just who the hell are you guys? Arkwright Solutions. Yeah, she really was down here. Are those people Jaegers? I don't think so. That getup they're wearing looks familiar, though. Think their name is Bugbear? Ah, them. Their threat level is a mere C-. Hey, you looking for a fight, lady? Man, this sucks. We were gonna take advantage of the mess Almata's made to finally get our name out there. But all this state of emergency crap, it's got us stuck here where we are. And it's pissing me off. Wow, what a bunch of losers. No wonder they're called Jaeger dropouts. I'm sure they've still seen enough combat to be a problem, though. Huh? I only just realized, but they've got some real lockers with them, too. Guess we'll get to have some fun after we show him who's boss. Ugh, this is so dumb. Time to take them down. Okay, very well.
Let's see what you're made of.
Oh, we're made of quite a
Chance.
strong metal. Tungsten.
Got a whole slew.
I don't know, I'm trying to think of a witty comeback, but it's not there. It's not there. It needs work. It needs work. Orbital tungsten. Do they have tungsten in this world? I haven't got memory of them mentioning it, so maybe they haven't discovered what they... I don't know. I don't know. Let me know.
Can't beat me!
What we got? What we got? What we got? We've not got much in the way of CP, have we, after the fights we've done previous? That's the only issue there.
You won't get away with this!
I like how much you went into that and it just nothing came out of it. It's like, no. Let's go with the slow there.
Activating skill.
We don't have to put in too much effort on these guys.
This'll do the
Gotcha!
trick. I'll take care of them.
Activating skill.
Come here. I need you. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Don't you even try it.
Got your number.
Like, ow!
A chance.
Chance, you say?
Full boost. Go all out.
Yeah, we'll take the boost. Can I take... Have I got two already? I've got two already.
Got a whole slew of them.
Activating skill.
Thank you, why?
Give them your all.
Oh. We won anyway.
I'm stronger than ever.
Apparently. No, that was just pathetic. Their threat level is closer to a D or D-, it would seem. Damn it, I thought these guys were just a bunch of rookies. Fine, have it your way. Reinforcements coming in. Doggies! Doggies, alright. Yeah, of course they'd have military monsters at their beck and call. It's not gonna be easy fighting off this many while defending her. There's times where I feel like... Probably the localization side. Do they watch these videos? Do they know what I'm gonna say? Because the fact it was doggies was... It just felt too specific to... Are they predicting what I'm thinking? That's what it's starting to feel like. Looks like the tables have turned, huh? My, how the turntables. It figures, though. These days, Calvard's full of wusses who are used to peace. They've forgotten how to fight. I bet Heiwei would just roll over too. Maybe we should try getting ourselves hired by the new big boys in town. What? How can you suggest that? Do you even understand what you're saying?
Heiwei would just roll over, would they?
Hello. Huh? Wait. Kian? What? What just happened?
Well, you aren't putting up much of a fight. Perhaps you ought to consider hanging up the Jaeger's uniform if you cannot act the part.
Those are... Heiwei's... Zhongsho? I've heard rumors, but never seen them in person. Their strength is supposed to be comparable to hers. Don't be scared. We still have the upper hand in numbers. Run! Deploy all the military monsters.
So that you don't misunderstand, we are not the main threat you face here.
See, I'd read between the lines and be like, wait, who then? What? Hello? Oh no, the doggies. How? Ooh.
That is a shame. Your prowess is sorely lacking.
Triple Dot? Isn't that the guy we passed on the way to Long Lai? Oh. The one on that giant ETWS bike.
I must apologize. I see I overdid it some.
Oh, they're good doggies now.
Oh, I did restrain myself. That's a good boy. No trouble caused, no trouble faced.
He's a good dog.
So then, what will the rest of you be doing?
Excuse us, sir. Oh, we're leaving. Now. Run away. Can't top real life for the best visual effects, huh? He sent both man and monster flying through the air.
I would expect no less from the famed lion. Your strength only seems to have grown since your active days.
I no longer go by that name, and I would very much appreciate you forgetting it. Thank you for leading me here, Elder.
Not at all. That wasn't the only reason I came here. And I'm sure, with circumstances as they are, that I am going to be relying on you significantly in the days to come.
I see.
It's good to see you all again. I hadn't expected we would meet so soon upon my arrival.
I can't believe two old codgers rolled right up and hogged all the limelight. But what are you even doing here?
Our course of action has been decided, you see. Heiwei's response to currently unfolding events.
So your preparations are complete then?
Indeed. The mists have cleared, and we have exactly the number of pieces that we require. Until the matter has been fully resolved, we will also be assuming control of the Blacklight District.
Oh.
That is in accordance with our agreement with this nation's supreme authority.
Then the president signed off on this? What do you mean by the mists have cleared?
It's time you decided your next move. Though I would suggest you listen to what my friend here has to say before doing so.
I imagine Van has a few words he wants to say.
Farewell for now, Aaron. I will be in touch.
Hey! Man, didn't think he'd come all this way in person. Van's probably still in Longport, but now I really want to know what the pieces he mentioned refer to. Us? Are you alright, Van?
Yep. This is him, alright. This is how he's always been. He looks normal on the surface, yet everything he does is batshit crazy. Like wandering off with some stupid dangerous object back when he was younger.
That certainly brings back memories. Yet I have discarded my past now, and I would ask that you discard it as well. My old greenhorn student, Van.
This is Van's former master? The one he said was like a father to him?
The one that died?
But wasn't he...
I've got more to say than there are stars in the sky. But let me start with this. Why are you still alive when you supposedly died 3 years ago? Master Barkhorn!
It does raise questions. It's the name of the game, everyone.
I am Bearguard Zeman, though I was once known by another name.
Yes, we are familiar.
I see you have brought quite a number of fledglings under your wing, Van. Very interesting.
Not as interesting as the dead man who's back from the grave. Mind sharing how you managed that?
That is a very long story. Another time, perhaps.
Don't go pulling any Star Wars stuff on me. Although it's Falcom, I trust them because they actually do deliver, unlike Star Wars.
Hard to believe it's already been 5 years. Even harder to believe you're the same troublemaker I once knew. And that those same words of wisdom would come from your mouth, no less. I see you are living in accordance with your own principles.
Please, I didn't do anything. I just echoed the words of a much wiser man. Is my man being bashful? Never thought I'd see the day. It's certainly a rare sight. It's rather cute, to be honest. Oh, shove it! Well, you did do a good job putting Marielle at ease. Yes, I think you helped her regain some of her old spirit.
I'm so sorry for all the trouble I caused you. I'm such an idiot. I just got tunnel vision and let myself get all carried away. Dingo always warned me about this. But look at me. I haven't learned a thing.
Marielle.
Well, I ain't gonna tell you not to push the envelope. That's in a reporter's job description. Just make sure you don't forget what Dingo said. Think about what you can do and what you want to do. You'll find a clue on how to move forward in the gap between the two.
He used to tell me that a lot back when we first met. As long as you don't stop thinking, there's gonna be a way to bridge that gap. You just gotta find it. We're working on his last request right now. We won't be able to do it alone, but we're planning to make up for our shortcomings with help from others. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if that brought us to you before long. We'll need help from more than shady folks. So keep your head high, and let's all do the job we're best for, if nothing else than to prove his words right.
Right. I don't know how much of a contribution I'll be able to make, but I'll start being more mindful of my cans and wants, and I'll do it while finding a way to move forward.
Very echoey down there, isn't it? Those words were quite touching, very befitting of you and of Mr. Brad. Yeah, they resonated deeply with me as well. Thinking about the gap between what I can do and what I want to do is an interesting thought experiment, if nothing else. Heh. Can we please move on from this topic? Oh yeah, I should let my employees introduce themselves. Agnes, you go first. Gladly, my name is... I assume we're just going round. Wow, that's quite a history. Honestly, I had trouble keeping up with it all. So you're among the 12 knights who led the church's Graus Ritter. The what? I've heard much about your various exploits, Roaring Lion. It's a famous name in a lot of circles, so it's not surprising.
Once again, that name is no longer mine. I would ask that you keep that in mind.
Now we know why we passed you on the way to Longlai. So you arranged our invitation there, and I'm guessing a few others played a part in that as well. Namely Professor Hamilton, Hayway's future elder, the Crown Prince of Alsame and former President Rocksmith. Am I correct?
Bullseye. I happen to be acquainted with all of them, including the Grand Prince of Alsame and Elder Guillen. The former president was anxious to make your acquaintance, and I believe meeting him would prove to be beneficial for your future. Oh, it pains me that a well-intentioned invitation coincided with such a horrific tragedy.
You blame Falcom for that one. Never ever trust Falcom with, oh, you're just gonna go have a relaxing time, nothing bad will happen, don't worry about it. It's usually the moment before something significant happens in the story. That's what I've noticed. Think Crossbell, like, oh, we're gonna have a lovely time in Michelin Wonderland. Then what happened? Hey, it's not like you could have seen that one coming. Even if we hadn't been in Longlai, we would have been powerless to stop it regardless. Yeah, the only one who could have foretold that would be the goddess herself. I don't know, I almost feel like she would have been surprised by that. Anyway, I knew you'd gone off to the Empire after you finished training me 5 years ago. Then I heard you bit the dust during a border dispute in Nord. They said you laid down your life protecting one of your students. A sort of Mr. Gaia? Something about wind? I'm not sure. But here you are, alive and well. Cheated death and carried on living, just without your title and mark. Well, prying to what you've been doing all these years, but can you at least tell me why you never contacted me?
Before I answer, I should note that you were not the only one in the dark.
Yeah, I think that's a fair question for Van there. It's like, I just want to know that answer. That's the important one to me right now.
I did not reach out to my other students either, and I never intended to do so. I wanted you all to walk your own paths, and I intended to leave my survival a secret, a trump card that I could pull out in the wake of a crisis.
And that shows you how bad the situation is, because he's used that trump card. Guessing you figured it was time to play that card then, yeah, to help us with this crisis.
Correct. I have news regarding the Mafia Almada and the assassins of the Gardens. Their whereabouts were discovered several hours ago.
What? Where?
Almada's leader and executives, as well as the Garden's overseers, have established a new base, and it is located in a city within this very country.
Does it rhyme with Edith? By virtue of being the same word as Edith?
What's more, that information has been passed around to all the major players in this nation.
Wait, all of them? Guess that means the army, the police, and the guild are all in the know, and they're all converging here. I assume Hayway and the other Jaeger Corps are also aware of this new base.
Yes. I imagine they are all preparing to take action at this very moment. This country's supreme authority is no exception. They have resolved to quell the unfolding chaos. And they will do so by any means necessary, even if that involves fighting one evil with another.
So that's what Guillaume was talking about earlier. I'm sure many Jaeger Corps will be all over this. My people included. Marduk HQ will likely be making their move as well. You can't be serious. All of these groups are going to flood the city at once? So where do you stand in all this, Master? By the sounds of it, these people are going to try to capture Almata alive or go after their heads. Some might even be aiming to get their grubby little hands on one of those nuclear devices, assuming they have more than one, you know. That would be really bad. Granted, I don't know how likely that is. Just having one of those things would make you public enemy number one. It ain't a stretch, though. There's plenty of historical precedent for groups using artifacts as weapons. So given the stakes, what are you planning to do?
As it stands, I am effectively dead. If the people of my former home decide to act, I will not join them, nor stand in their way. However, now that the gift of life has been bestowed upon me once more, I intend to honor it by supporting the youths whose futures are so bright. And also, to keep them safe from venomous fiends, like these unwanted guests of yours.
It's the Society. Do you hear? Uh-oh. What? Hey, we're busy in here. Afraid you'll have to come back another day.
That's so. What a shame. And after we came all this way to give you a job. And a little souvenir from your reporter friend.
Oh. Fine, get in here.
Knew that'd reel you in. Thanks, bud.
Do excuse us.
Oh. Well, there's the one we met in the previous chapter. The woman in the kimono. I don't know her actual name yet, do I? I recognize you two. It's the shady duo from the nightclub in Tharbad. I also met you back in Longlai.
Oh, you recognized me after all?
Nice to finally meet you all, ladies and gentlemen of Arkride Solutions. Oh, now there's a face I never thought I'd see again.
Oh, neither did I. Tell me, what's a dead man doing out of his coffin?
I was granted life once more. And I don't need to tell you the reason why, because you already know.
No need to give us the death glare, you old fossil. We've traded many friendly blows in the past, haven't we? Why don't we bury the hatchet? Let's be like the Jaegers. Embrace yesterday's foe as today's friend.
I'm afraid I'll have to decline. Had the Azure Abyss or the late Steel Maiden made the suggestion, I would have entertained the thought. Not for you, though. Never in a million years.
He's got your number, dear. No one will ever reconcile with you. And for that, you've no one to blame but yourself.
You're on thin ice. But your words are laced with the truth, venomous though they are.
I get it now. You're the guy the direwolf and Renee warned us about. You're part of Ouroboros, then? One of their highest-ranking members at that. Fourth, Angui.
The name's Elroy Harwood. I'm the fourth Anguis.
It's pronounced Angui.
But you can just call me the Oathbreaker. Everyone does.
Okay, Harwood. Enforcer.
I am Enforcer number 3, Lucrezia Isoli.
Lucrezia, okay.
I'm delighted to make your acquaintance, Arkwright Solutions.
Hey, put that away. This is a smoke-free building.
Really now? Very well. I promise I won't smoke in here.
Good. It's bad for your health.
Ooh, accidentally went and made an oath there. And I can't afford to keep those.
Oh, I see, because he's the Oathbreaker. Ha 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 ha. If I was Van, I'd snatch it out of his hand and be like, no, I'm gonna make you keep that oath. Yeah.
I've got a reputation and a title to uphold, you see. Gotta break an oath or two from time to time.
From time to time? You break oaths and rules as easily as you breathe.
True.
So being an Oathbreaker is sort of like a rule of yours, you would say. An oath. Wait. Ugh.
Anyway, on to business. I want you to go on a little trip for me.
Where? Are you for real? You're joking.
What? You're not up for it?
No, no.
Strange. I thought I heard you took work from anyone.
I mean, yes. But Van still has the right to decline. Yeah, if the work's reasonable, and if I like you. And your likability is going up in smoke faster than that tobacco in that cigar. I know you guys are after Almata. Hell, you probably know where they are at too. But before we ask you where that is, I need to know why you've come to us.
You gotta be kidding me. Do I really gotta spell it out?
Yes, that's the way these things work.
It's 'cause you kids will make things way more fun.
That's it? Fun? How can you even say that? There's nothing fun about this whole ordeal. Don't waste your energy on this guy. He isn't someone you can appeal to with logic or reason.
The Society's already decided its course of action for this whole thing, and I'm leading the charge. Enforcer number 3 will be backing me up, and so will Enforcer number 8, who you already know so well. The goal's to round up the members of Almata and the Gardens, and murder every last one of them.
I see. And you ain't doing it in the name of justice, I'm guessing?
Nope. Had they kept to their little dog and pony shows, we wouldn't lay a finger on them. Honestly, I rather enjoyed kicking back and watching them wreak havoc. But they've become a threat to our plans now, and we can't have that. If those little bugs want to punch above their weight, then we'll crush them beneath our feet.
Though no doubt it will be easier said than done. They're both troublesome and insidious, and some rather formidable guests will be joining their party.
Right. You will have some fierce competition.
Everyone's got different aims here. Some want them brought to justice. Some want them dead and buried. Heiyue will surely be joining the fray, and I'll bet the Jaeger Corps will be after their bounty. I'm guessing Marduk HQ will be there too, yeah?
More than likely. The guild won't stand idly by, either. Same goes for the Growlsritter. Artifacts are involved in this after all. And I wouldn't be surprised if other forces from the church showed up as well.
All right. You got students in other parts of the church, not just the Growlsritter. Things are gonna get interesting then. Must be tough being a master. I don't envy you.
If that is what fate has in store, then I will follow it. You needn't concern yourself with me.
Regardless, that should serve as the basic overview of the situation. Almada and the gardens will not be the only sources of mischief in that city. One wrong move and the whole affair could turn into an indiscriminate bloodbath. So someone ought to keep an eye on the little guys, don't you think?
In other words, civilians might get killed, and you aren't gonna look after them. You guys are scum. Still, if Almata really does have another nuclear weapon in their possession, we have no other choice but to get involved.
You can use whatever justification you want. I don't really care why you join, just so long as you do. Because if you don't, this whole thing will be a snooze cruise from start to finish. I need you kiddos to prevent this battle from being too one-sided.
The hell do you mean by that?
The Guild's the only one in this brawl that's going to be fighting for the common man. If we add you to the mix, however, it'll make for a more balanced blend. A recipe that's made for chaos. Oh, and should you happen to run into us, I'd like you to come at me knives out, and ready to cut me into a million little pieces. I'm very much into that sort of thing.
What the hell? Triple dot? Huh. You are one masochistic bastard. Well, we've got our reasons for chasing Almata down, so I'm not opposed to doing this on the side. But first, I need to get one thing straight. I have a hunch you guys have some connection to either Almata or the Gardens. So spill it. What kind of relationship does Ouroboros have with them?
Huh. Well, it isn't a close one, if that's what you're wondering. We haven't exactly been keeping in touch as of late, but your hunch is on point. We do have a connection with the Gardens.
You see, the two of us were once part of the Order of the Moonlight Horse, an organization of assassins. 14 years ago, Ouroboros destroyed the Order, but they extended a hand to the two of us and brought us into the fold. Although they did not do the same for many of its other members, the society is a small group of elites, and they only accept the best and brightest. Fortune had not abandoned them, however. Shortly after, another villainous group was nearly wiped out in a major operation. My companion here herded the lost sheep of both groups and let them form their own flock.
Wait. You don't mean...
Huh. Has it already been 14 years? Time sure flies when you're having fun, and the Society has offered me a wealth of entertainment.
From the data available to Marduk, and there is only one operation that matches her story. I really hope it ain't the one I'm thinking of. Please tell me the group you're all talking about isn't... It's gotta be!
It's exactly as you think. The DG cult.
Oh, God damn it.
You know the ones. The devil worshippers that spread chaos across the Republic and the continent as a whole.
Yeah, Catcher responded to that. No way. I've heard about those fiends from Tao. I've heard about them from my Grammy.
I brought the remnants of the Moonlight Horse and the DG cult together and set them loose on the world.
Oh.
That's how the Gardens were created. They find seeds that are scattered by the wind and grow them into fresh assassins that are ripe for the picking. Had I left them alone, the founding members would have rotted away, and their budding talent would have died on the vine. But by mixing the leftovers of the cult and the Order, I created a chemical reaction more potent than my wildest imagination could have conjured. I gave that one domino a little push, and look at all the tragedies and pain that befell the world.
How could you? So this is all your fault. I take back what I said earlier. You aren't just a masochistic bastard. You're also a sadistic monster.
Can't say you're wrong. My colleagues, like the Wellspring Alchemist and the Professor, never go far enough for my tastes. But that's humanity for you. No one's the same. We've all got our own desires that make us tick.
Yeah, and those things that make you tick just so happen to tick me off. Get what you want us to do, though. It also comes at the perfect time given Dingo's last request. Van. Don't like the idea of getting involved with these shitheads, but you might be right. So this gathering will include Mardu, Keiwe, the Guild, and many other formidable groups. Loath as I am to admit it, we may require their aid if we are to force our way inside. Surely there's another way. Yeah, I do not want to help a pair of cold-blooded killers. Triple Dog.
Oh, you do not need to think of it as helping us. You may instead think of it as entering a mutually beneficial relationship, where our goal is simply to use one another for our own ends.
Oh, well, that makes us feel 100% better.
I can take charge of laying the groundwork for the requests you'll get at the city. Those will keep you plenty busy. I'll even throw in a couple that'll give you a real thrill.
As long as you don't slip a trap or two in them.
My. They really don't trust you, do they?
Anyway, sounds like we have ourselves a deal. Oh, almost forgot the other reason I came to this little office. Here's that souvenir I mentioned earlier.
So how would that survive? Are you sure it's safe?
If you're worried about radiation, don't be. The professor, our technical expert, looked into the matter, and he found no traces of it whatsoever. The three disciples are probably racking their brains about that mystery this very moment.
Indeed. That would imply to me that it got caught in any sort of like teleportation out of there. That's all I can think there. Or maybe because as we saw it, it was flying in the air, maybe it got thrown away from the blast at high speeds, but still. There's no radioactive contamination. Well, all of the theories we have suggest. No, wait, perhaps they don't apply because the bomb was detonated in a non-traditional manner. Okay, maybe. I'm so lost. No, I'm not. I kinda like, yeah, there's unknown variables with how like the final percentage was achieved to make the nuclear explosion. Yeah, it could have changed something, especially if my theory is right and it's not an artifact, it was actually something to do with the divergent laws. Hang on a sec, you nabbed the camera before the authorities locked the scene down? Well, that's how you managed to get there ahead of the cops, because if I heard the answer, you'd be leaving this room with a big old black eye.
Ooh, scary.
Wasn't meant to be scary. Meant to be a promise. It's in our hands now, Dingo.
Guess we'll be off. We wouldn't want to overstay our welcome now, would we?
No, you wouldn't. Bye.
I can hardly wait to see how you and those relics of yours will liven things up.
He knows about the Genesis device? haven't got a clue what you're on about. So you gonna tell us where we're going or not?
Why don't you ask the defanged lion? I've done enough talking for one day.
Well then, have a lovely rest of your day.
Complicated matter indeed. Phew. I'm glad you were here, Master. I doubt I would have been able to keep my cool otherwise. Nonsense. You would have handled things just fine on your own. You held your ground well against them. You grown into a fearsome leader? Like, where am I getting fearsome? I guess fearless works the same, though. Fearless leader in my absence, yes. I think you're giving me too much credit. Alright, guys. I'm gonna ask you that you all stay here. I'm going solo on this one. Solo? No. Huh? But why? Because it's too dangerous. This is their turf and everyone there will be playing by their rules. There's no telling what'll happen there, and I can be a lot more flexible if I'm on my own. No, but I can make an exception for Master. Figure I'm gonna need his help at least. You figure right. That is precisely why I came in the first place. Don't get me wrong, I don't think of you all as a burden. This is just the best division of labor. I'll need you to gather info, be the point of contact for other groups, work with the guild, and... Yawn, yawn. Hey.
You done flapping your gums yet? Good, because I stopped listening when I heard the words, "It's too dangerous."
I appreciate that you're worried about us. I really do. However...
We all have our reasons for wanting to go along with you. Mine is to ensure the nuclear devices can never again be used for malicious means.
Marduk considers this crisis to be a matter of grave concern, so it is only logical that I also accompany you.
You said it yourself. I'm not even a part-timer here to begin with, which means you can't order me around. I'm a phantom thief, so I'm gonna steal this show whether you like it or not.
Come on, you guys.
I haven't been stealing my nerves all this time for nothing. I'm not letting anything get between me and my sweet, sweet revenge. Even if you fire me, I'll just hitch a ride with Heiyue instead.
Yeah, you may as well come with us then.
And I'd try to join up with the warriors of Kruga. I would really rather go with everyone here, though. I want to tackle this thing head on, the Spriggan way. Naturally, I would like to accompany you as well. Not just because of the Genesis, though I'll admit that is a factor. More importantly, I feel this conflict is born from the source of Calvard's turmoil, the distortions in the everyday world I know and the underworld. If my feeling is correct, then I must see this through to its conclusion. I recognize this may be a harrowing experience for me, but even so, I am determined to confront the harsh realities that lie in wait. So take me with you, Van. Please.
Agnes.
Wow.
Somehow I knew it'd end up like this, one way or the other. Unlucky for you, though, the trouble isn't happening on a weekend or during a school trip. You're gonna have to play hooky.
I know, and I do feel guilty about it. Still, I have a plan in mind, so don't worry.
Starting to think I'm a bad influence. Starting? I'll make sure you get paid in advance. That way, you'll have the mirror for the bribes and hush money.
I wasn't planning on going that far.
Wow, Van's right. He really is a bad influence on you.
Oh my.
Okay then. Now that we've got all that squared away, mind sharing the location of the base?
It's right below our feet. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's downstairs, it's Monmar. Like, what?
Right. We need to know where they are so we can kick their sorry butts.
Very well then. The base of operations is located in the third largest city in the Republic, as well as its oldest. It is also the place where the terrorists of Calvert get much of their funding. The old city capital, Rossion. That is where they have set the stage for their carnival of chaos.
Wait a minute. It's the name of the game, everyone. Well, name of the chapter, anyway. Wait,
That's how it goes.
that is the name that is the name of the chapter, and that was the chapter?
There, God Zeman. I may have lost my life once, but that alone would never be enough to stop me.
It's a very short chapter. Yeah, okay. Well, all right then. We'll use that as a place to actually end this part then. Seems appropriate. So we'll see you in the next part, and we'll head off to, how did they say it? Rossion? I think that was it. Yeah. We'll see you in the next part. Ta-da for now.